Come one, come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. Come one, come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Give praises to Jehovah, from whom all blessing and knowledge will flow. Blessing and knowledge will flow. The Village Talk Show, dedicating to empowering the community to live a healthy, safe, and financially capable life, helping each one of us in realizing our dream at any age, any point, starting from today, day. Success. Come one, come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. Come one, come all to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Success is not spoken, it is done. Success is done. Come on now. The Village Talk Show. Talk Show. The Village Talk Show.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hey,
Good
Roger.
evening. Good evening, our co-hostess. How are you?
Great.
And mostess, how's everything going?
I am doing great. And you?
I'm doing okay. Just relaxing.
You're not?
I'm going okay. I'm doing okay.
Okay.
I'm doing okay. I'm giving God thanks for another day.
Amen.
I get to spend another week bothering you.
You heard that, ladies and gentlemen. So he's explaining how much of a pain in the behind he is to me.
Right. I think that you're mistaken. I think you're more pain in the behind than I am. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about today, but as usual, we are dedicated to empowering the community to live a healthy, safe, and financially capable life through education, helping each one of us in realizing our dreams at any age, at any point, starting from today. Thank you for tuning in, all of you who are out there, on the villagers' land, saying hello to each and every one of you. Excited to be with you again another week, and knowing what's going on. I'm going to be sitting a little bit interestingly funny because my back is hurting a little bit, but so just trying to be as comfortable as possible. But don't forget, you can call us in on the air. Let me try to get the phone line up and running before we do anything else. All right. Our number is 347 746 6598. 347 746 6598. So feel free to give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind as we talk about. There's so much to talk about. I want to lead off with something negative.
Oh boy.
The violence.
Mm-hmm.
The violence in Jamaica, the violence in Haiti, and what these two countries are doing to themselves. No wonder Donald Trump and some Americans, some people around the world, are looking at these countries, and I'm going to throw St. Vincent in there as well as shithole countries. Jamaica is now number one per capita around the world in terms of murder. Jamaica is number one around the world. They average 53 murders per 100,000. Right? Actually, when you do it's 53.9. So we're going to call it 54 because I can't bother with the 0.9 crap. 100,000. That means that Jamaica this year is going to broach close to 2,000 murders. It means that Jamaica has committed more murders than New York State, Florida, and Pennsylvania combined. And if it's not more, it is extremely close, right? Right? It is extremely close. And that is sorry for that. When you think about it, Jamaica and Haiti are two of the most religious countries in the world. Are two of the most religious countries in the world. But the large amount of killing, right? The large amount of killing that we're doing.
Cooper.
Where's our faith? Where is our faith? In God.
Go to the kitchen and see if you have those roll of tissue. Bring them like about 3.
Right. Where is our faith? What the heck is going on, Dr. Bryant? What's going on? Just 2 days ago, 8 murders in Jamaica one weekend. In less than 24 hours. 8 murders. You were talking to me about a place in Haiti where there are multiple killings. Right? Multiple killings in a short period of time. What are we doing, Dr. Bryant? Then we talk about God. Then we talk about love. But yet still we're spewing hate. You can't believe in God, people, my Haitian brothers and sisters, my Jamaican brothers and sisters, my Vincentian, and you're going out and killing people. How's that working? Returnee, dead. Civil War, dead. Me not like you, dead. Because that happens too. I just see you and I don't like you, so I'm going to hurt you. Them things then are right. And I'm very disappointed. You know, it's a problem, right? It's a problem that we have to look at, and we have to start talking to. And don't, please, people, do me a favor. Don't blame everything on the government. We like to do that. Oh, it's the person in power, right? It's Andrew Holness. It's the it's the PNP. It's the JLP. Right? It's just the people. Uno bad. Uno hide behind many things. Right? Listen to this here. Top 10 countries, the highest murder rate in 2022. Well, it was updated, right? Jamaica's number 1, St. Vincent number 2, Trinidad and Tobago number 3, St. Lucia. Notice these are all Caribbean countries so far. St. Lucia, Honduras, Bahamas, Belize, Ecuador, Mexico, Colombia. No wonder Donald Trump talk about the countries like this. That's the top 10. Jamaica being number 1. Right? What does that say for us? Right? What does that say for us? Let me see if I could get this year's study. Right? What Dr. Bryant, you have me there? You're just quiet. What's going on? You don't you think I'm too tough on our country people?
That's not even it's not even a country people thing. It's just the we're killing ourselves one by one. When I say that, it's not only the Caribbean, it's all over. And I don't know why we are in the mindset that if we don't like someone, if we don't whatever it is, to decide that to end their life. What gives you that right? You have that much power. That is the problem, because up here the same thing. In the
The same
United
West Indian people killing people here too.
States, that's what
They're
I'm
doing
saying.
it here.
So why do people feel entitled to just end someone's life? What
You know,
gives
it's
them that?
funny. You know, it's
Mhm.
funny. Haiti's not even on the top 10 list, which is
Because it passed, it supersedes that.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't
It does.
supersede. No, it doesn't. What happens is that there are a lot of killings in Haiti. A lot of
Mhm.
killings. But it's sad to say that Haiti is actually safer than Jamaica.
Not true.
Uh,
If
well,
you're only depending on that newspaper, just 2
no, what
days.
I'm saying is no.
Mhm.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. The killings in Haiti, they're concentrated, right, in a zone where,
Not necessarily.
but it the majority, not obviously killings are all over the country, but the majority of killings, are in one area that the police refuses to
No, that's incorrect.
educate me.
Because it's gangs that decides they want to take over different parts
Yeah,
of
I
Haiti.
got that.
Areas that were never involved in any activity. They have taken over the entire country. So there's no place that you could say is safe for people just to be in an area to say, hey, I live here or whatever. No, that's not happening. That is not happening. And that's the sad reality of it, that a lot of people are fleeing to avoid. It was just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, that United Nations was also requiring everyone to evacuate Haiti.
So here are the numbers for Haiti. The United Nations reported that 4,789 people were killed in Haiti. Right?
When was this from? 2 days ago?
No, 2023.
Okay. We're in 2024.
Hold
We're
on.
not
Hold
at 2020.
on. Let me finish before you kill me. I'm gonna finish reading what I'm reading first, and then you could kill me. How about that? All right. Which is more than double the number of homicides in 2022. The UN has also reported the number of kidnappings, right, which is another major issue in Haiti, increased from 1,359 in 2022 to 2,490. So they didn't give out the numbers for 2024 as yet. That hasn't come up. But the total kidnapping and murder, which some of those kidnapping has led to murder, is roughly 7,500, roughly.
So I disagree with all your data that you're using, because you're using old data from 2023. 2024, there's been ongoing murders happening. We're in the month of October ending. You cannot use last year, when they send military in from Kenya and other countries from the Caribbean are coming over to help with the gangs. So you can't compare apples to apples.
I disagree in this. I'll tell you why I disagree with you. I think if you think about it, right? If you think about it, if you have almost 5,000 murders, there has always been a time of intervention. So when you think about 5,000 murders, Dr. Brian, 5,000, right? 5,000 murders. That's a lot of damn murders. So what we're saying is that between Jamaica and Haiti, though per capita, the number might see what people sometimes fail to look at when they look at murder rate. Sometimes you need to know the raw numbers, not the per capita. Because when you tell somebody 60 people were killed per 100,000, or 10 people were killed per 100,000, or 25 people were killed in the case of Haiti per 100,000, right? It doesn't sound like, it is a lot, but it doesn't sound like a lot. But when you let somebody know that 4,800 people were killed and 3,000 people were killed, right? That makes a difference, because 5,000 people for a country of how many million was it? 11 million is a lot of people, because leading up to those murders, there are crimes that are happening. You get what I'm saying? Like in the case of the kidnapping that went up, a lot of those people who got kidnapped in Haiti were killed. Or you're forever traumatized. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know that the number is significantly different. It is a huge number. 5,000 people is a lot of people that you need intervention in your country for. Right? 5,000 people basically means that they're killing about 15 people a day. Approximately. Right? Leaving out Sundays, day of going to church, and half a Saturday. Right? So if you leave out Sunday, right, which brings us to 50, it's approximately 15 people killed a day. Do you think more people are killed per day than that in Haiti? More than 15 a day?
Yes, especially when you have gang involved in it. Okay.
15 is a lot, Dr. Brian.
Yes. When you
Imagine,
have a whole
wait. Imagine at your school there are 15 suspensions a day.
You're not listening to me.
I am listening to you, but I'm saying, how big do you think it is? I'm just amazed that you think that it's greater. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're not. It's not.
Listeners,
I'm saying
please tune in to this, and if you want to share your voice on it, please comment
that's a lot.
or call in.
You're saying more than 15 people are killed per day? My God.
Roderick, I am saying that. I am saying
I've seen
that.
some gruesome killings in Haiti, though. I've seen people lighting each other, putting tire around them, killing them.
It is a awful massacre that's taking place in Haiti.
Yeah. It's like genocide. You know, but genocide of your own people.
Mm-hmm. For what?
My Haitian brothers and sisters, my Jamaican brothers and sisters, St. Vincent, my Caribbean people overall. We're too ignorant. We're too ignorant. That is what it's coming down to. We can't afford to always want to hurt and kill each other. That's just unacceptable. So I want to start with that because, it makes it difficult for people wanting to go back and visit, right? To go back and visit our country, our countries, right? I don't want to go back and visit if there's a strong possibility that some great crime can happen to me, which can lead to my ultimate demise. Right? Right? I don't know. Any final words on this topic? How would you, if you're the leader, hypothetically, if you're the leader of any of these countries, talk to me about how would you
That's a big question you're asking me.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It's a big question you're asking me. How would I deal with this? How would I deal with the crime rate?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I would like to see where is it an isolated place? Is it, is there a trend? What am I noticing from some of these murders that's taking place? Is it from a party? Is it from, so digging a little deeper and then possibly working with my police department in trying to help with this situation in regards to maybe going undercover, maybe going finding out more, be more involved in some of the areas where some other crimes are taking place, and look further because it could be one thing I noticed is that some of the crimes that took place from Haiti or some of the people who are coming in were being deported from the United States. Some people were gang affiliated. Some people had, you did a certain amount of time in prison and then they deport you. So looking at some of the trends that takes place or some of the crimes that's happening to figure out or determine if that could be a possibility. So and speaking to my people, to see how we can work this out and how they can be more involved in dealing with some of the effects. So I'm done, Roderick.
I was thinking that if I were a leader of a country, one is you have to have a leader and a military
Mm-hmm.
law enforcement
Mm-hmm.
that is willing to not be corrupt.
Hmm.
And that level of corruption, right? Um, that level of corruption is problematic,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's one of the main. If your police officers, if the law enforcement is corrupt, that means that they. I mean, you can have corrupt law enforcement no matter what, but it should be so corrupt that everybody knows that they're corrupt. If that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in Jamaica, um, in Jamaica, you shouldn't know that in order to get your driver's license, you have to pay a fine. Right? That's too blatant. That
Mm-hmm.
means everybody knows. Right? It's too blatant that if you want to get something done, it takes 6 months. You have to do all this red tape and you have to pay Peter and pay Paul. You have to pay the government. Right? It shouldn't be such wide corruption. Right? We all need to know that our influence matters. Right? So let's say my influence say I can, instead of taking 6 months, I could, because of who I am, I can make something take 2 months. That's okay. Right? But it's not okay that you're going to make it stay 6 months and longer if I don't give you money. So if I don't give you money, I'm not getting it done. If I go get my driver's license, I don't pay you $30,000. I can't get my driver's license. So I have to come back until I've decided I'm going to pay you money. How does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And the government knows this. Police pulls you over. The police are protecting the wards, the garrisons, the killers, because they give them some extra money.
Mm-hmm.
That's unacceptable. It's one thing to grant special privileges
Mm-hmm.
because you've earned it. It's another thing to violate the law in order to protect negative people.
Okay. I get it. I get it. But I hate to start off on such a sad note, especially when today, so much greatness happened in New York City.
What?
We need to talk
There's only one
about
greatness. And
it.
I want to end with that. I
Is.
want to talk about that.
It is, hey, I am excited about our Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty, you are taking us to dooms. And I'm like, okay, I get it, but I want to cheer up, and our listeners want to cheer up. Some are actually maybe at Barclays Center cheering on. I know Sharon is. She's over there celebrating with them.
Who's Sharon?
Sharon, our Sharon.
Sharon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So some of our New Yorkers and Brooklynites are at the Barclays having a good old time. So congratulations, ladies. We did it. We beat the Knicks. We beat the Nets. We beat the Jets.
Call the Yankees in there. Call the Yankees because
Well, we're waiting on the Yankees. But we did it. We did it. We did it. We're waiting on the Yankees. Let's do it, Yankees. But congrats. And it makes me think of our former guest that was on from the WNBA. Remember, she came on several times. She spoke about how difficult it was. And I'm so happy that our Liberty ladies won, because they speak volume about keep going. Their presence and their win is big, because after 28 years to finally get a win, that is awesome. that is a testament to so many people to say, hey, you know what? Maybe you didn't get it the first time, the second time, the third time, but they never gave up. And kudos to people not giving up and just keep trying, keep going until you reach your goal. And they did. So congrats, congrats, congrats. And we're excited.
28 years it took them.
Mm-hmm.
28 years is the longest it took a team in New York to win a championship. The longest to win. The Mets did it, I think, in 8 years. The Jets did it. Although they haven't won too many more.
Anymore.
Oh, that's true. They didn't win anymore. The Jets, that is. There's a lot of controversy.
We don't worry about the controversy. They won.
No, well, you have to, right? You have to worry about the controversy because they're asking for
Mm-hmm.
the commissioner of the WNBA
Mm-hmm.
to step down. They're asking for a review of the officiating.
Mm-hmm.
They're suggesting that it was politics,
Okay.
that it was given, not earned.
Oh wow.
I saw the foul.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the foul.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bad call. It was a terrible call. As a basketball player, former coach, I would hate to see that being called on one of my players. Or hate to see that being called on me. Especially since the young lady walked prior to. And I'm glad the Liberties won. I wanted them to win. So I'm happy that they won.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just not happy that it's tainted. Right? I'm not happy that it was tainted. We had a terrible call. It's a horrible call. Because one, she walked, and then two, the foul was iffy at best. Right? And because the referees didn't want to overturn the call.
So do you think with this win right now, their income, I know they've been receiving endorsements or whatever.
No.
You don't think their income is going to increase?
No, you're not going to increase income until the product is producing revenue.
Well, listen, they packed out the Barclays and wherever they actually went and played.
The finals of any sport draw more people.
Mm-hmm.
The season ticket holders make the difference. So, are the number of season ticket holders going to significantly improve? And the answer is not across the sport. Because look, the Lynx, they have won 4 or 5 championships already.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have a sold out audience. LA Sparks, right, is a large market team. LA and New York are the only two large cities that have two teams in almost every sport. Right? So they have a market for athletes. So, and they're not selling out their seats. So what happened to the smaller market? And they're going to expand the league next year. So the owners have to take a cut in order for the athletes to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
But greed is greed. And they're not going to give up their revenue, their income, to give it to the players. That's my belief.
Listeners, what's your belief in regards to this championship? Will it make a difference in the way that women's sports are viewed? Will the popularity continue to increase? Um, so what do you think?
Uh, I, I, good question. I think that you know, one of the issues out there is also homophobia, right? It's real. A lot of the women who play basketball are are um, are gay, and it does affect viewership for a lot of individuals. You know, we have to know that homophobia exists, and a lot of people don't watch the sport because of it. As a matter of fact, our guest, who was a heterosexual, one of her complaints was the opposite. That said, being that she was a heterosexual, she felt ostracized in the league. So, like you had to be a lesbian to be part of the in crowd, and for the people who are watching the sport, you need to be more heterosexual, right, to be accepted. So you have a double-edged sword. So I hate to say it, but it's just like football. We had that guy a few years ago who came out that he was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Sam, I believe, Michael Sam, and they shut him down. He got drafted. He played a couple of seasons,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't tell me that's not why he was not given an opportunity. It's just like Colin Kaepernick. You can't tell me he didn't get the opportunity because he didn't speak. He spoke up for blacks and spoke up against racism. So those are real issues. How do you rebrand the sport?
Mm-hmm.
How do you make it that people accept that a person's sexuality is no factor in how well they can do something?
But you know what? The same thing with NBA.
Yeah, I know.
So NBA, thank you, Star Girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss you guys too. Thank you.
Yes, she was under the weather, and I was under her skin. That too. Yeah, but you're saying.
Yeah, but the NBA has people who are the same. But why is women judged partially compared to males?
But homosexuals in basketball are few and far between, and they're not openly gay. It's the difference.
I think overall.
But you want to hear something interesting?
Go ahead.
If these women have masculine genes and they're dunking and they're moving the ball, you should be glad. Why are you complaining? That means that, pardon the English, they're playing like a man. What are you mad for? It's not like you were gonna date them anyway, right?
Oh, boy.
It's like people see people. No, you're not going to date them. You are going to be entertained by them, and if they're doing the right thing, move on. I go see a show. I go see basketball. It's for entertainment. Appreciate the entertainment. Entertain and be glad and be a fan. I used to love going to Liberty when I was in school. When I was at teaching, I used to go to see the Liberty a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. We'll get, and they're accessible to taking kids to the school. So all the principal out there, get tickets for your students. Get them involved from young. Get the girls motivated from young.
Yeah.
And they want to cut women's sports, and we could talk about that too, right? We talk about how the inequity in the upkeeping of the physical activities for the women compared to the men.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember, she spoke about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was just a difference. So salary is important.
Salary, their training area, how they commute from one place to another, all of that plays a role. How they're rested, how they are taken care of, all of that.
They just need to spend some time.
Well, the same when you think about the election as well, it's the same. It's not the same approach. Some males feel a certain way watching the sports
Mhm.
or watching the election and don't believe in female in leadership. So that is, I don't know. Do you
Right.
think that some guys are not happy that they won and they wish it was the Knicks
I
or
don't think so.
the
That
Nets?
I mean, what? They're haters. You always have hater. A hater's a hater. Period. Yeah, you always have a hater. Oh, but I think upset that they won over the Knicks. I doubt it.
Or the Nets?
I doubt that. I doubt that. I doubt that strongly. I think that. No, I don't think people care enough. I don't think people are going to make that leap.
Okay.
It's two different sport,
Okay.
right? Oh, and now we're starting the
The NBA.
NBA season,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? And but it's not. I think that they need to give more support. I think that big businesses need to provide advertisements so they could do more marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
it-
I think
you
it was a
know,
wake up call for a lot of businesses and for people
mhm,
to realize there is a big fan base in
yeah.
women's sports.
I also think that the
All,
ladies.
everything.
I
Mhm.
think the ladies also need to keep their sexuality out of it. Like it shouldn't be a forum to push your sexuality. It should be a forum.
I don't think they're pushing their sexuality when they're
I
playing.
just the woman was very clear. She's like, if you are not gay,
Yeah, but that was several years ago. So right now it's a whole different thing.
Breonna Taylor just brought it up as a gay center. She brought it up again. I think you got to keep your sexuality out of it in order to grow. Like you can't push. I feel like you're pushing something that's not going to be productive to help you to grow. To say, hey,
Who
accept
did you say? Who did you just mention?
Brianna,
Brianna?
Brianna Stewart, the center for the Knicks.
The Knicks?
The Knicks, the Liberty. Right? She's a center.
That she's married and have children.
Mm,
Yes. Stewart is married and have children.
No, I think Breonna Taylor has a wife.
Okay, so
Right,
she's married. Yeah, like I said, she's married. It doesn't have to be a male. She is married with children.
No, I'm okay. So that's not the point of my comment, right?
Okay.
The point of my comment, right, is certain things are understood, just like with the male basketball,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's certain things that some of them they go sleep around, which is unacceptable, right?
Mm-hmm. But
And
they do it, and guess what? The
yeah,
male
but you
community
know, it's not. They don't bring
cheer
it
them
on
on.
the court. They don't bring it on the court.
So you're saying that she brought her sexuality on the court?
I'm saying that many of the athletes,
Mm-hmm.
it's like front and center.
No, I
Not,
disagree.
not bringing it on the court. Nobody brings it on the court. I don't. That's not exactly. That's not what I'm saying. It's not bringing it on. I don't
So I want you to think about what you're about to say.
No.
Because
I
when
know what I'm
Curry
saying. I'm
and
saying
all of them
that
win, they bring
no,
their wife and they bring their kids, right? So
no,
you're saying that this lady should have never brought her wife
no.
or her kids.
I'm not saying
Okay.
that. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that because of the bigotry and the negativity in the sport,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot make your sexuality front and center, even though you want to, and even though you believe that you should, and have
Okay.
no issues doing it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she shouldn't. I'm saying that in a way, it's part of the
So
issue
you're
with
telling her to hide who she is. That's what you're saying.
no.
Because but when people win, everybody in their family come and join them and celebrate.
That's
That's
not
what
what I'm talking
happened
about. That's
at the
not what I'm
end.
talking about. We're talking about the overall sport. We're talking about the overall sport. We're talking about whether or not the sport itself will grow. Will the sport grow?
Because she
These are
brought
some
her
of the
wife.
reasons, right? These are some of the reasons why the sport will not grow. They don't have a strong fan base. That's one.
Mm.
Why don't they have a strong fan base? Then you start breaking it down. These are some of the reasons why they don't have a strong fan base.
You're saying because they're bringing their
No,
sexuality.
I know. I said that's part of the issue. It's not the only issue. The other issue is a lot of women don't play professional sports. A lot of women don't sit down. A lot of fathers, right? A lot of mothers don't sit down and encourage women's sport at the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you look at it, when you pass college, you know, these are all issues. These are all factors. It's not unique. Nothing is one thing, right? Nothing is absolute, not one thing. But everything that adds up creates a problem for the whole. And that's all I'm saying. Like they're quick to cut women's sport, so they don't place they don't place importance on the women's sport, right? But if in that sport you're going to show things that people are not going to be associated with,
Mm-hmm.
right? It makes it even harder to support, right? I mean, like I said, the athletes that came out, right? The athletes that came out in a male sport that were gay were totally dismantled, right? The pro-black.
Thank you, Benae. Why does sexuality
Because
matter?
it shouldn't matter. Because it shouldn't matter. That's where the problem comes in. It shouldn't, because there's no qualifications as to your ability to do something. But for people who are bigots, it matters. I always talk about when in 2016 with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and you're going to have this again this year, which is they're called leaners, right? They are not going, they didn't support Hillary, but openly, oh yeah, I'm supporting Hillary. I'm supporting Hillary. Oh yeah, she's the woman. Boom, she loses. Why? Because out loud,
They talk trash and
they
they
talk
don't go
trash. Just like with Kamala right now.
and they
How
don't go
many
and
black
vote.
men are not going to support her?
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to tell you? Oh, I don't agree with her policy. No, you're not supporting her because she's a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Say it like it is. You're a goddamn bigot. Oh, I'm not supporting. Oh, and I hear this too. Oh, woman leadership. I hear that too. So when you talk about, I mean, if we're going to have a conversation, it has to be real. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right? Side perceived bigot. Right? Right? You understand? So, right? But there are big, I'm dead serious. How many people you think will openly say that I'm not going to support you because you're black? How many people? Unless they're bold-faced Ku Klux Klan. They find everything else to tell you why they're not supporting you. Look at this. Kamala, Donald Trump on Fox said he's going to shut down the Department of Education. Right? The Department of if you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, in major cities is low income to middle class individuals that go to public schools. So if you're going to shut them down, what's the other? And notice he didn't give a great, what was the option? He didn't give one.
He never
Right?
gave one.
And then people say, well, he's not a racist. Right? But that's if you're going to shut down the primary thing that make people of color better.
Just like the healthcare. He's going to get rid of Obamacare.
Or the other one that he says black jobs, right? Black jobs, right? So you tell me that you're telling my child that we're working very hard for our child to aspire for greatness and they must have black jobs. I'm going to cut out black history in school, right? I don't want you to learn about slavery, right? When in reality, some of us don't even know our ancestors because of slavery. Some of us have even gone to the point where we don't even care. Right? It was me. It was you are poor. We're in a worse state because of the disadvantages that happen to us. When people are racist, they're not overt. They are perceived bigots. Elon, you're going to tell me?
Please. With him, I keep telling you, I will not support anything of this man. Elon Musk, please. I will not. I will not be driving anything. What? I don't care what his stinking name is. He's smelly already because you know what? It's ridiculous. He is such a racist.
And that's the point of it. See, that's what I'm saying when I talk about the bigot. That's what going back to the liberty. That's people don't say it. They act it out. Imagine you're going to tell somebody, knowing that Trump is a racist from many of, you see, he's not a racist because he has.
He's looking for his position. I have a position with him. And Trump was like, yeah, I have a position with him already.
He has black friends, right? And because he has black friends, right, he's not a racist. That doesn't mean anything. If your policies stop me from growing, you're racist. If you're gonna not, if you don't want people to learn about my history, how are you not a racist? What slavery? How you're gonna look at my Haitian brothers and sisters, my Jamaican brothers and sisters, and my West Indian people, and say that I'm gonna get rid of immigrants, right? And the immigrants that I'm going to get rid of, right? And the immigrants I'm going to get rid of are the people from this country.
Stickle.
Stickle, I agree. I agree. Most people have made up. Actually, 90, I would say 90% of the people have voted, have decided where they're going to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I agree. But Elon Musk, listen, I'm tempted. If you're willing to give me $1 million, I'm tempted to vote for Trump. Put it. Elon Musk, give me 2 million. Give my family 1 million each. You have 15 votes in my family right now. 15 votes. Just make sure it's tax free. All right. Pay off all my debts. Smart. Supporting racism. Oh my God. What did Carla say?
Oh, happy birthday, Carla.
When's Carla's birthday?
Yesterday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
They are so hungry for control that they're prepared to take the country back to stage where some can rise by the systematic disenfranchisement of others, unlike them. Good point. And happy birthday. Cumpleaños feliz. Cumpleaños feliz. Cumpleaños feliz. Cumpleaños feliz.
Ooh.
Bon anniversaire à toi. Bon anniversaire à toi. Bon anniversaire à toi. Bon anniversaire à toi. Huh? One more year, pandem. Ah! Sorry, I don't know the rest of the one. What did she say? Oh, muchas gracias. De nada, de nada. It's crazy, but you know what? The DOJ have said something about that though.
Good. I'm glad. Because what he's doing is ridiculous.
You know, knowledge is power. What did he say? They talk to get our votes and either struggle to accomplish when they get in office or make sure or what they get in when they get in office or make sure that they achieve its goal they promise to their close people and lobbyists. The lower class gets the focus last. And the lower class are so stupid not to understand that. They don't care. Oh, I've been talking about, like, people say, oh, I'm a Republican because of economics.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been reiterating, and I'm going to continue to reiterate, that the multi-billionaire do not vote for Donald Trump. They're not Republicans.
Yeah, the billionaires are not voting for him. They're voting
Democrats.
For yep. No, but the thing is, they don't even care about hurting their own supporters in their greedy quest to rule like dictators.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
right. People have to understand. So when you talk about the economic world or the economic impact of Republican, why are people, the richest people in the world, right? Because in America, we have close to 500 million billionaires, if not more, right? Mm-hmm. And more than 50%, more than 70% of billionaires are Democrats. Ask yourself that question. Why? Because people know that you make more money under a Democratic regime than you do under under a Republican regime. People make money, but it's a selective few. People who are Republicans, they don't make money. They catch them on what they call moral component.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh, abortion rights. That's the big one, right? Or less government, right? Right? Those kind of things. Anarchy. But in terms of the family impact,
Mm-hmm.
it's not there. The family impact is not there. Right? Which makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Is my family better off? I have a house, right? An apartment that's affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the amount of job increase and job creation, right? I can work. Affirmative action created under the Democratic Party. Why? Because Republicans weren't giving Black people or people of color a fair shake, right? Financial aid supports a lot of people to go to school. Okay? And these are all under Democrats. These are ways to make your family better.
Mm-hmm.
So the question becomes, your idea that same-sex marriage,
Mm-hmm.
abortion, is that more important than your family's greatness? Is that more important? Right? I have not met a wife and husband, husband and husband, wife and wife, who didn't support each other. And sometimes we need to support our family like they support their family.
Mm-hmm.
We should learn. You're going to tell me that somebody raped my damn daughter and my daughter has to carry that baby to full term? You out of your goddamn mind.
Mm.
First of all, I want to kill that person who raped my daughter. That's first. Much less knowing, seeing that existence of incest and rape. What's the point of giving birth to the child and give the child away? So you're always at a loss. I know that somebody did you wrong, and that wrong still exists. It provides hatred, ladies and gentlemen. Think about some of us men and women who hate our mothers, our mothers of our children, our father for our children, and we take it out on our kids. Right? I know some bitter fathers and I know some bitter mothers. Imagine that came through rape or incest. And you're forcing me to come to terms. And some of these mothers and fathers that I know, it wasn't even rape or incest. It was a mutual agreement, and then relationship went bad. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very glad that my wife and I, our kids, anybody that is on the outside or inside, we're all working together. Right?
Well, it's not always the same for everybody. Some people are childish, some people are immature.
I agree.
Yeah. And
that's
unfortunately, you find more and more, and it's the truth. More and more, I'm not saying that the female is right. I'm not saying the male is right. But once you do have a child, don't say, okay, it didn't work out with the mother, so I'm out. So what happened to the kid?
I don't want to go there. And the reason I'm not going to go there is because you have women who trick men. You have men who trick women.
Well, it's all across. Guess what?
Across the board. They're terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I believe family first, right? I believe family first.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people, I understand right? A lot of situations happen. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but it shouldn't happen repeatedly,
Mm-hmm.
right? It shouldn't happen repeatedly, right?
When
But
you mean repeatedly, what do you elaborate?
so I believe, like, if you're a single mom,
Mm-hmm.
that's your prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
A single father, that's your prerogative, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you are a so you go there and you thought things were going to work out, you have a kid, it didn't work out, boom.
Mm-hmm.
You have your kid, father, kids with the father, kids with the mother,
Mm-hmm.
one custody, partial custody, your sole custody, whatever. You can't then go, oh well, you know what, I'm going to have another parent, I'm going to be another parent again, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
stiff this mother, stiff this father again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right, and I keep going, like serial single parent with multiple fathers or multiple mothers. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like mothers have to, a mother, like, if I want a family and he already has 2 kids with 2 different baby mothers, don't think that all of a sudden
Having a
he's gonna,
third one. Mm-hmm.
right,
Is gonna
like
make a difference.
he's all of a sudden going to commit to you and make you his wife, or the opposite, right? Like, if you know you don't have the know-it-all or the bandwidth to take care of other people's children, don't date women with other people's children and then give her a child. And then you leave because you can't handle that situation. Don't do that. Right? When you're dating somebody, if I'm going to date you, Dr. Brian, I know I'm dating your 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I don't know. Wait. I don't know about that. Because, and this is something.
What I'm saying is, I can't just date you because I think you're special and I think you're great and I love you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then forget about your kids.
Well, sometimes females don't want the guy involved.
Well, that's because you don't want a relationship. See, a relationship means family.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That means that your children, my children, become one blended family, like Brady Bunch.
Well, you know what? You could date people and keep your kids out of it too.
No, that's dating. That's dating. That's dating. Hey, that's grown. That's grown folks' business. You get what I'm saying? I'm not talking about dating. I'm talking about relationship. Like relationship that's going to go further. That's what I'm talking about. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So it's all, but all I'm going back to is, how is somebody being same-sex marriage, somebody who has an abortion, somebody who's fill in the blank, have to do with my kids not getting public education, my kids not getting health care, my children, myself not having the right to vote. Just voter suppression. You're telling America that you need to go into civil war. You're telling, people, if he raised taxes on imported goods, the American people are going to pay for it because things will cost more. America import so many things. Cars, car parts, clothing, right? That we use. That the prices will go sky high. Oil. Right? Every day. Right now, oil is so damn expensive in our houses. And you want to add extra people, you gotta, I don't know where you guys went to economic class. Some of you people, like, I have a friend that went to MIT and he likes to talk about you don't understand it. No, basic mathematics. Dr. Martin, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If I Isaac is a designer, right? And he sends his stuff off to China to make his pants.
Mm-hmm.
And he got those pants at $5 to make per pants.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Covering the cost of revenue, he could charge $30 and it covers the cost of his pants.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He makes a significant profit. The people buy the pants.
Mm-hmm.
If perchance they put taxes on the import of those pants,
Mm-hmm.
and now he pays $15 a pants. Remember, he used to charge 30. How much do you think? What do you think he's going to charge for those pants?
He's gonna increase it big time because if he's going to add
Economics, people.
25, another 30, then
He's gonna charge
taxes.
Because one, the pants is not going to sell as much anymore because now it's going to cost more. So he's actually going to compensate for that additional loss.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to charge an additional $10.
No.
He's going to charge an additional 20, additional 25
Mm-hmm.
to
make
compensate for the fact that his pants is not going to be sold anymore.
Right.
He still want to make his profit or greater. That's just basic economics.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just basic.
And a lot of companies do that.
Yep.
The same thing. Yeah.
Think about COVID. All the prices went up during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Any of them come down yet?
No, and it keeps increasing.
Ah!
And here's the thing. They brought down the interest rate thinking that people were going to run and buy homes. Guess what? It's still sitting here.
No, because
prices
are unaffordable.
It's exactly because here it is. You have homes that's in the hood that's over $1 million. Yep. You're like, what? What? Yeah. So here it is. They were writing about this today, like, hey, the interest rate went down, but still the home sales is like at the worst. And I'm saying to myself, it's unrealistic. These wonderful, everybody think their property is 1.5 million. Everybody think their property is over $1 million and haven't done no work, nothing to it. It was made in the 1920s, but you believe that your property, that you made no improvement, nothing at all, that great grandma had, hey, it's okay. I could sell it for $1.5 million. Yeah. Okay. But
it's funny. Today they called me. They called me today about my house, those people.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave them some truthful information.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me, are you willing to sell your house?
Because they're trying to do the comp?
Yeah. So I said, yeah, I'll sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they asked me how much. Normally they call about the house. And so they asked me how much I want to sell the house for. I told them 1.8 million.
What was the response?
It's like, let me run some numbers and I call you back.
Mm-hmm. The comp is not going to come back for that.
Yeah. If you're gonna willing to buy my house for 1.8 million, I'm good with that.
No, here's what they're and it's unfortunate because the landmark of New York has changed so much, much, where you have homes that you grew up looking at, landmarks that used to be landmarks for you, and here it is. I know I go trick-or-treating over here as a child, or here, Auntie Sue is down the block, or Big Mouth Jill is up the block, or whatever. They break these wonderful homes, pressure people to sell it, break the homes just to build, these massive buildings in the middle, right next door to Roderick's house, in between somebody else's house. Now you have how many people living right next door, can't find parking. The sewage is starting to back up because it's way too much. The city of yes is the city of no. No, no. It's messing up everything. You're right, Eddie. Location, location, location. But it is messing up what New York City used to look like. Now we look like nothing but buildings. That's it.
I want to keep talking about this, but there's so much we have to talk about today. And I know I'm jumping to the subject. My boy's in trouble.
Who is your boy?
My boy, my mayor, he's in trouble.
Why are you saying that?
He's in trouble.
Why are you saying that?
81% of New Yorkers says that he should not run for re-election. 69% of New Yorkers say that he should resign. No, 75% said he should resign. 69% said that he should be removed from office. Only 36% said that he should not be removed. Right. My boy is in trouble. His entire interior staff has left. He's in trouble. It does not, no matter what, it doesn't matter what you slice it. It's just like what I was saying earlier about what we were talking about with the liberty of perception and the talk. I don't know that he can fix it in 8 months. Because let me see, January, what month are we in?
8 months to do it,
What month are we in?
October.
All right, so October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 8 months. June. Call it 8 months because October is almost over. I don't think that he's going to repair the perceived damage in the next 6 months to have a positive flow going into office. I think he's lame duck. I hate to say it. I wouldn't ask. I don't think I want him to resign. But I also don't want him to run again.
Okay.
I think that he should make the statement that he will not run again. He is not stepping down. Right. I would say that he's not stepping down, but he's not running for re-election.
Do you think that they'll lay low if he does that?
No. They're going to go after him.
Carla, he said he will run again.
He said he would run. Right? He said he would run again. And
why does he want to run again?
Because he's arrogant. And he's stubborn. He's an elected official. He feels that he's been wronged.
Okay.
You think Donald Trump doesn't believe some of the crap that he's saying?
Well, he was.
Yeah, I believe that.
The award ceremony. They were at the award ceremony or whatever, the event, and
who?
Donald Trump and what was it? It was last week, the charity event, not the award, the charity event, and he was referring back to Eric Adams about allegations and being indicted, and I think Donald Trump feel pity for Eric Adams. He hasn't attacked him.
And that's a lot. And
he has not attacked him. Have you noticed?
Yeah. And that says a lot. It says a lot that your ally is somebody who's hated by New Yorkers. I mean, it says a lot. Eric is my boy. Eric is my boy. Will I vote for him if he were to run again? I don't know, to be very honest.
Why?
Because I haven't seen anything that tells me that he hasn't done something wrong. I heard him say that the truth will come out. But I don't know that he, in that next 8 months, 9 to 8, in that 6 months, that he can bring it out that will make him seem not guilty of inappropriate activities. And that's what America is seeing. That's what New York are seeing. What? Something don't smell right in the kitchen. That's what it looks like. Eric is my boy.
Mm-hmm.
I supported Eric. Everybody knows I support Eric. Everybody knows. Is that a secret? Right? That I endorsed Eric. We had Eric on the show. And everything else. And I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. Not gonna walk away from him. Maybe he should maybe deputy mayor or that somebody standing next to him. Right? But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't look good. And I'm only one New Yorker. We have 800 people that watch this show.
Do you think that he has the right crew right now?
I don't know. I don't know if he has the right crew. I'm gonna try to get to one of his staffers. You know, see, I asked some questions, but he made mistakes to me for season leader
Mm-hmm.
that he shouldn't have made.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ingrid has been with him, and he honors her by keeping her with him.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I wouldn't have done that. Like, you and I are friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not ashamed to say that. You and I are very good friends outside of the show
Mm-hmm.
and on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But if I went to City Hall, I'm not taking you with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to find you a great position somewhere leveraging our friendship.
Not everybody is meant to go where you're going.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You have to learn that with your friendship, it doesn't automatically qualify you for the next.
Exactly. And I'm not saying that Ingrid is not good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that he shouldn't have taken her.
Mm-hmm.
But he had too many of those Ingrids.
And it wasn't the Ingrids that you're saying. It was the whole Bank family he took
No,
with
right.
him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
The
we're
whole-
saying it's
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying,
family.
I say Ingrid because most of us should know who Ingrid is his chief advisor, and that she was with him at the Senate. She was his chief of staff at the Senate. Then she
But
was
you know what? Here's the thing. A
Right.
lot of the mayors
Mhm.
had people who were family members or very close friends.
Yes, but
But they didn't put it in the
but
front.
what I'm saying though, what we're both saying is that he had too many Ingrids in his office.
Okay, stop using the person's name. Too many what? Friendships? Too many
Yes.
close
Okay,
people?
but let's correct that. Right. Too many close knit people.
Okay.
Like, okay, you know what? Like I said, if this radio show goes further, I'm gonna take all of y'all with me because it's a radio show. It's the same thing that we're doing, and we did it together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I will take y'all with me. Okay. If I go national on the show,
Mm-hmm.
right, and it becomes syndicated or whatever you call it, whatever the term is
Mm-hmm.
that they call it, and it requires me to make some, I'm gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
But it also means that I'm gonna make an effort to make sure something is happening for all of you.
You have
You
to.
understand what I'm saying?
I
like-
get it.
Right?
I get it. You have to not.
And I think what you just said is correct.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the expression you just used.
Mm-hmm.
That everybody something. I don't remember what the expression
Yeah, sometimes when you're going places, not everybody is meant to go with you.
is. Right.
You know, you go through different season, and with different season, there's change that happens.
Yeah. Right.
And you have to accept that. And with the positions that you go into, yes, I grew up with Freddie down the block. I
Mhm.
grew up with Bobby down the block. But just because I know them from 30 or 40 years ago, don't mean that they could fulfill a position that they have no qualification for. Or
And not only that, but sometimes they serve their purpose.
yeah.
Right. Sometimes this is the pinnacle of your purpose. This is the climax. You can't go nowhere. I'm trying to make you get here when in reality, you're not interested in being the principal. You're not interested in being an assistant principal. You haven't worked for it, right? But because you're my friend, I want to make you the principal. Right?
You're setting a person up for failure.
Yep.
That's
It's setting
it.
you up for failure because now that person is underqualified.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to look bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that has happened. That happened to him a lot. And and you know, some of these people are qualified too. A lot of them are qualified. The problem is there's too many of them. Right?
Because
I don't-
if you hire your friend, then I go and I hire my friend, and I know that my friend has somebody who hired this person. So when do we actually look at qualifications beyond?
Let's be honest. David Banks was a great chancellor. I don't know what his personal life was like,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew of him before he was a chancellor.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I knew of his educational work before he was a chancellor.
Mm-hmm.
So I know in terms of education, his abilities. Was he the right? I don't know if he stepped down as a chancellor. He resigned. 3 years.
He retired. Clarification.
Whatever. And how you want to look at it, he resigned. Right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
He knew that when he was becoming chancellor, it might have been an 8-year gig. Period. Correct?
I don't know. I don't know.
Seriously? Anybody in political office that's term limited is 8 years.
Well, it's 4 years for me. It's not automatic 8 years.
I know, but it's 8 years. You perceived 8 years because you get elected and get reelected. Except from Bloomberg, which was 12. Right? And in 3 years, he was gone. But the good news is they did last long.
Mm-hmm.
They did last long. This investigation has lit fire under his cabinet because after these investigations, that's when they started.
What was the first investigation? Because I can't even think. What was the first investigation?
Brianna Suggs.
The what?
Brianna
Suggs. When he went away. Okay, yeah.
No. His financial person when they
yes, when he went away and he came back the same day. He was supposed to meet up with President Biden and the other mayors were supposed to meet up.
No.
It was last year. Yes, it was. And then when he left, they had went to her house for the investigation.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. You remember
mayor.
Your memory. I have chemo brain. You remember better than me. But that but that was the first, and that unfolded everything. It's somebody, and that's the other thing too. It's somebody
in the inner circle, of course,
who felt that they didn't get something they should have gotten.
Mm-hmm. Because when you listen and you read some of the report, they're saying, yeah, he was sitting with this person across from that person or doing this or at this time. Why are you tracking someone like that?
Is a hater.
Because here it is. The way that they're giving details is as though they're a police officer. My goodness.
You know, it's also true to the irony.
What is that?
I'm going to say something else. I guess I'm talking two sides of my mouth.
Oh, Jesus.
No. Nothing bad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the person who probably ratted him out did it innocently. That's my fear. Most conversations are not blatant sabotage.
Maybe not.
Right? You make a comment. Right? You make a comment.
That triggered the federal government to actually start.
Yeah, well, it triggers you saying it to the wrong person.
Well, another thing. Know that when you are in power, people are gunning for your position.
Yeah, we got to move on because there are two things I want to talk about because we have a few more minutes. We didn't even do a commercial. I want to move on to something else. The election, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
It's 12 days. Right? It's 12 days away. Get your butt up and go vote. And I'm going to say this out loud.
Early voting is coming to an end.
That too. but that's not what I was going to say. But thank you for pointing that out. You could research and see if you see the date of when early voting is for New York City. But early voting has started. Don't let anybody buy your vote. Your vote was won. Your ability to vote was won for you to have the right to choose. Like Carla saying, they're suppressing a lot of women vote. Shut them down, my counterpart. Shut them down, my counterpart. Don't make them right. Get up and vote. Woman, get up and vote. Get your butt out of the house. Make an effort to go and vote. And if you're voting, I know I have Trumpian listeners.
November 3rd, the last day.
Right? I know I have Trump listeners, but I'm not endorsing Trump. I think that when you talk about education, when you talk about the fact that slavery doesn't exist, when you talk about the fact that my Haitian brothers and sisters are cat and dog eaters, when you talk about that my African brothers and sisters don't belong in the United States and you want to deport them and they're killers, I know I'm not a killer. And I'm a proud immigrant to the United States. And I'm proud of the work of my parents and my family who came to America to make a better life. I came here since I was 10 years old. And I'm extremely thankful to America. That's where I met my wife. That's where I met my kids. And if everybody know how I feel about my wife, they can't tell you nothing. They know how I feel. Right? Right? 33 years. I ain't got no shame. She has shame. She don't want nobody to know that. Like she's put up with me for 33 years.
God bless. Lord.
So America has done great things for me. And I cannot vote for a bigot. I cannot vote for somebody who says it's going to grab women by the crotch. I cannot vote for somebody who used political money to pay off a mistress. Whether you felt it was a crime or not, we gave you money to run for office and you used that money to pay off your mistress. To me, that's wrong. You have not apologized for all those people who were killed during January 6th. I can't. Not that I cannot support Republican ideas, because there are many of them that I do. But get out and vote. Get out and vote. Make some. You can't talk about it if you're not going to be about it. Success is not just spoken, it is done. You got to get out and vote. And don't be a leaner. Don't be a bigot. Kamala Harris has proven that she's an effective leader. And she's not polarizing. Let's vote. The man insults everybody who says that they disagree with him. That's not a good leader. How do you, because I don't support you, I don't agree with you, you're going to look at me and call me a loser? How you describe the vice president of the United States? All of us at different age have different issues. Some of us age greater than others. Some of us age more graceful than others.
Check your phone, Roger.
Huh?
Your phone. I'm
right.
so that just shared.
All right, you understand?
So as you go out and vote, just be mindful of things that's written on your ballot, written on if something's written on it.
Right. Okay. You go ahead and say it. You don't need me to say it. Go ahead.
If anything is written on your ballot, please request a new one. If there's a D or R on it, request a new one because it could disqualify your vote. So just be aware since going out to vote.
Behavior. My people in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, Virginia, get out and vote. South Carolina, get out and vote. And vote for Kamala.
You can't tell people who to vote for. Clown. You can't tell people who to vote for. Go out and vote early. Yes. Go. Thank you, Tracy. Yes. Go out and vote early. We just want
often,
vote
like
to be
Chicago.
counted.
We have a couple more minutes.
And if you know a young person who's 18, 19, who have not registered, who think that they registered with their school, if they did not get the information from where they should go and vote, they are not registered. Because my child thought he was registered because they did a pre-registration in school, was not set up. So I kept asking, hey, where is it? Check online to see if they are registered. Mm-hmm. If they're not, you still have time. So we have up until next week, the 26th. Come on, get our young folks out there, recent high school graduates, to register to vote.
Giuliani.
Oh boy.
Poor baby.
I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him. His mouth and his action.
He's got to pay up for $100-something million. Has to give up his home. Has to give up his car. His Mercedes.
Too much nepotism.
His jewelry.
Friends.
Right. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Giuliani. I mean Giuliani. Yeah. My friend just
guess what?
Wait. Go back to Wenda's comment. What was Wenda's comment?
She said exactly. So bad judgment. Too much nepotism. Too many clusters of friends.
Yes. In terms of Eric Adams, absolutely. And I think that's his demise. Like, he really was loyal
to them,
and he should have done it differently. He really should have done it differently, especially in a city like New York, as a Democrat, where Democrats don't support each other. They're easy to bail on you. Democrats do not, like, the same people he served with is asking, same people that he supported, they're leaving him to hang dry. I just want to point out because something interesting, another major incident on the subway. There was a stabbing of a 30-year-old in Brooklyn, in the Brooklyn subway platform. Just saying, people, you got to be careful out there. Mm-hmm. I strongly believe in the Second Amendment, and I will continue to believe in the Second Amendment. That means the right to bear arms. I know Dr. Bryant don't agree with me. But get your gun license. If you need help getting your gun license, see me. Reach out to me on the side. We'll work on it. Work on your license. Get your gun license. Let's change some of these laws, right? Change some of these laws, because it's not the person with the legal gun that's committing the crimes. Those damn bastards with the illegal weapons they're using it to affect law-abiding citizens. And crime, even though crime in itself is not, if a crime happens to you, you feel it dearly, right? If it happens to you, it happens 100% of the time. And so we have to know that. And that, with that, I'm a little bit, right? I'm a little bit, first of all, I know I don't want to miss them. Happy birthday, Carla, again.
Yes.
Happy birthday to my cousin, Pastor Brian. Just had a birthday 2 days ago. It's 2 days ago, the 22nd. Charlotte, happy birthday coming up. Happy birthday, Deirdre. She just reminded me her birthday, right? And that's it. Any birthday wishes for you? Oh
my goodness, cousin.
Sunday, Sunday is Breast Cancer Awareness. In Brooklyn, do go out and support. You were saying.
A lot of birthdays. October's is the ultimate birthday month. I could
January.
honestly.
January.
Oh, no, so many people. My auntie, Isman, my cousin yesterday, his daughter, Kimura today, mommy was last week, niece and nephew were last week. So it's just like, it's like 10 or 12 of them. Other cousin. So happy birthday. If you're born in October, happy birthday because there's many of you all. So enjoy, be safe, and most importantly, enjoy your family if and enjoy your friends. Just go out there and meet up and enjoy life.
Mhm. Oh, before I hang up, before I say goodbye, I just want to say a special shout out to the Mrs. Daly. You make my heart pita pata,
Okay.
and you are awesome. Just want to
Oh,
tell you I love you. All right. With that, ladies and
no.
gentlemen, thank you for watching, sharing, participating, but most of all, subscribing to our channel where we're dedicated to empowering the community to live a healthy, safe, and financially capable life through education, helping each one of us to realize our dreams at any age, at any point, starting from today.
Amen.
Dr. Bryant, all the villagers out there, get out and vote. God bless you
Amen.
and
And
enjoy.
you know what, Miss Daly, we love you, baby, because you're dealing with him. So God bless you.
Good thing she can't hear you. Good thing she can't hear you. All right. God bless you guys. Good night.
Bye.